Hi everybody, it's Friday and welcome to the world of Raven and Troy. We are going to be talking about music videos today, and before we show you what we're doing with this format, here's a brief history of the format. They were called music videos because they were shot on magnetic video tape. In those days, film was shot on celluloid, while music videos and television was shot on magnetic tape. Buggles, Video Killed the Radio Star, Dire Straits, Money for Nothing, Peter Gabriel, Sledgehammer. Three important music video classics from the birth of MTV in the mid-80s. All three music videos have singing and dancing in them at some point, but they also have a lot of effects. A group called the Buggles opened up MTV US with the music video for the track Video Killed the Radio Star. It was sort of self-reflective at the time. They knew that it was a promotion tool for their own music, but they were also worried, what's going to happen to the culture now? What's going to happen to people once the music is so closely joined to the images? How are we going to see the world from now on? On the bass, a very young Trevor Horn, and you can study this guy and you'll probably find out that he's producer behind a lot of music you know. And behind the keys you have a very young Hans Zimmer, who's not completely unknown in the Hollywood world of composing for film. Dire Straits' Money for Nothing came out as the opening video on MTV Europe. Mark Knopfler is to this day a very gifted songwriter, and this music video even has the word MTV in it. It had 3D animation as the carrying scenes in the music video. That was new. Rendering 3D graphics in those days also took forever, and so the filmmakers were looking for ways of reusing the 3D material. Some of the scenes have been repeated, they've just been mirrored, sort of reusing the render time. Peter Gabriel's music video for Sledgehammer had a lot of stop motion in it. And even though stop motion at the time had existed for hundreds of years as a basic animation principle, it was new in the context of music videos. Gabriel's moves were herky-jerky and interesting to watch. They were all made with stop motion, and people had never seen anything like it. At least not in that context. Okay, so you're a kid with a camera, it's 2017, and you've gotten yourself a device. You can put sound to the picture that wasn't there when you recorded the picture. A friend of yours who plays in a band calls you up and say, "Hey, can you come and shoot a music video of our band? We're playing live." And you say, "Yeah." You show up, start shooting, and you discover that you can't direct anything. The band is playing on the stage and you can't stop them and move the camera and do another take. You're gonna have to go with the flow. But what you can do is get the set list. They're probably gonna stay in the same clothes or costumes during the entire concert. Figure out what song they're gonna play in the music video and then make sure that you have a full take of that song. And you can move around and pick the stuff that you want for the master video. You can use takes from another song. A short take for a close-up can be a moving guitarist, someone banging on the drums, or the singer dancing. And if they don't fit rhythmically to the song, you can do little things like slowing them down to a half of the speed or a third of the speed they were shot in, and then you get another emotional expression that you can then put on the original. And remember, just because you're using simple tools doesn't mean that the music video will necessarily be bad. There's a lot of good tools that go to bad use, and a lot of bad tools that goes to good use. Try it out. Sometimes you might be working with musicians who will tell you that showmanship is everything. It's about the band, it's about the show. Hey everybody, press, venues, concert places, book our band. That's what the video has to say. And so it's important with show and explosions. Other musicians might say, no, the story. The story is important. It's about storytelling. They all differ. If you want to do your music video in a little bit more controlled environment, talk closer to the band and plan things out more meticulously, you can use storyboards. You can also film the storyboard and put it to the track in advance so that the band can see where you're going with this. The storyboard will of course also allow you to plan your production much more carefully, because you will know what's going to be shot in what way and when. You can practice individual disciplines in the recording, get something that's good, and then chop it up and divide it later. In Raven and Troy, we chop everything into little pieces and put them together afterwards. But that doesn't mean that the embodiment of an entire piece, for instance, singing verse 1 and verse 2 together, isn't something valuable. It just means that the final process can be controlled much more meticulously. Usually what we do is we start out with one take. Start the camera and film whatever comes to mind or improvise over a few keywords. Then, when you've got that flow, some new ideas usually pop up. New ideas pop up when you are using your body. If you're dancing to music you're making, you can get new ideas by engaging your body in the piece. You can use special effects, of course, to create environment, to create mood, to create lighting. And you can use miniature to solve things in a smaller space. It can be a stage, it can be a studio with little knobs and bits in it. You can do miniature smoke effects that would require a football field and put them on the shot. There are many ways in which you can manipulate the film strip. As artists, we will always try to use the technology and push things forward. So that was all for now. Thank you very much for watching. We hope you had a great time and we'll see you again. Bye! If you live downtown Kolding or in the Kolding area and you've made a music video that is yours, if it's your video, your music, you can have that video broadcasted on local television. All you have to do is pick it up and go down and talk to the two guys at the station. They're nice guys.